Welcome gamers back to another episode of Around the Shitcoin. We're going to hop right into the data of what happened with our last trades yesterday and today by opening up the Discord right here. So I actually posted in mostly the public entries threads this time around, and I'll be doing that a lot more. We had a really good short on SHIB. We saw it spiking. Actually, we'll go ahead and open the charts for this one as well. Let's go right over to SHIB. All right. So we're going to look at the SHIB charts real quick to show you what was happening when we entered the trade. So when we entered the trade, SHIB was mooning. So obviously when a shitcoin like Shiba Inu goes straight up, the fundamentals of the coin are terrible enough to where it's already very tempting to short just any movement up. As you can see, anytime it tries to go up, it just gets knocked right back down. But that's not always the case. It can have up runs, right? Uptrends. So we used our confluence with Market Cipher to enter this trade fairly easily, right? So we saw here on the 15-minute money flow indefinitely coming out. Momentum was getting slightly higher, but the RSIs looked very weak. We could see the curvature already forming, and they were already overbought, even though it had just pumped a good 5-6%. Oh my god, 9%. Okay, I didn't even know that. We just saw it pumping, and we moved into it, and we made a good profit off of it. I myself made like almost half a thousand off of it. I've already closed out that trade because of the loss that I talked about in the last video, where I had taken a little bit more than that on my ETH loss. So this time around, it went very well. So I'm going to pull back up ZIL here. And I'm going to pull it up for a reason, is because if you go back a few days and you check on the channel so far, even my first Around the Shitcoin video, I mentioned this coin and how it was going to dump. And as you can see right here, since then it has gone down, I want to say about 40 to 50%. We're on a low time frame right now, that's why it's lagging. So we're going to go ahead and increase the time frame so we don't lag with all of the indicators. But from its not all-time high, but from where it peaked to where it is now, is a 45% drop. That is pretty nuts. We are deep in the red. Lots of blood, lots of death in this coin. It is just a terrible coin, and it has gone on an insane rampage. This is to be expected from shitcoins. It's nothing we haven't expected, and we are currently below the hour DBSI. And currently on the 4 hour, like we've been mentioning for multiple days now, money flow is just sapping. And it's sapped so much that we're finally in the red on the money flow. So this could be a great entry as well for a swing short. However, I would like to see the slightest bit of pump, right? You'd like to get on one of these wicks where it just comes up, someone who's already been shorting from the top takes a massive take profit that affects the market, and it just pumps it real quick, right? And that's when you want to get in, because right after those pumps is a great entry for a nice little dump. This was 10% if you got in just on this little candle, right? So use low leverage, wait for a small pump, and then get in on it. It's pretty much guaranteed money anytime, as long as there's still liquidity within the coin. So watch the volume, watch the liquidity, make sure it just doesn't get rug pulled into oblivion, right? Because then you won't have anyone to sell your trade to buy it back from. So be careful out there, but this coin has been getting a lot of liquidity. It was in the millions per candle, at least at the top. I don't know what it is right now. We could check. Let's go ahead and check how it's doing. So how would I check liquidity? I would go over to the coin itself, which is down 10.69 epic percent just today, right? And I have a volume indicator up right now, and you can open this up on your TradingView account as well, and you could set it to be in US dollars. So right now it is currently set automatically on the Bybit exchange to whatever it's traded in. So if you're doing inverse perpetual, it will trade, for example, inverse perpetual Bitcoin, it will show you the volume in Bitcoin. Right now we're doing US dollars Tether, so it is showing the volume in US dollars Tether, which is the same value as a dollar, right? It's a stable coin. So each candle we are looking at on the 1 minute chart, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not a couple $1,000,000 for big moves, still in liquidity at this point. And if we go back in time, we can tell that as the coin is losing value, it is definitely losing liquidity, right? So this is definitely something we have to look out for. During the pumps, it was getting tens of millions per hour in liquidity, and now we're still in the tens of millions. So as long as you have below millions of dollars, you should still be good. But we are definitely getting into that territory where we might start seeing single digit millions of liquidity, which is still enough liquidity for a shitcoin to get out in the shorts. You just got to watch out for when it starts to hit below a million, especially on hourly candles, right? What is our current sentiment of the market today, as I've been rambling about liquidity for the past who the hell knows how long? Well, bearish. Like I've been saying for this past week, we are coming up on the Bitcoin conference tomorrow, and coincidence? I think not. If we look at the hourly chart, we are coming into the red again. It's been 5 days since we've been in the red, roughly. We can see money flow coming out. We can see RSI kind of coming down. Momentum definitely coming down. Here's the highest. Trigger wave, trigger wave, trigger wave, right? It's coming down and down and down. Money flow definitely coming down. Go to the 4 hour. We can see how it's starting to curve to the downside. Definitely momentum to the downside. RSI's not too weak. Definitely slight curvature downwards. Skip all the way up to the 8 hour here. We got an 8 hour apex confirming this bearish movement to the downside, and it is a divergence because look, price is increasing while momentum is decreasing. That is a bearish divergence. So we're definitely having some bearish divergences in the market currently. Now the coin overall, I'm looking at Ethereum right now, does look very strong. So this is probably not a signal for Armageddon, right? But it probably means that over this Bitcoin conference that we've been predicting for a while, it's probably going to come down. I think this is a good bet. That's what my money's on. You do you. I'm looking right now for a good entry on a low leverage short, probably 1 to 2x on my position because I got a few Ethereum. I don't like to play with too high leverage with my Ethereum. I took an L recently on that. Not the biggest L. We're definitely gonna keep fighting, right? I didn't get shitquidated over one trade, and we're gonna keep fighting this and keep trying. Definitely get some better prices, better positions in. So I'm looking at total market cap right now. Let's go down to the 1 hour, and this is very clear to me, especially on the Bravo Cipher right here, where money flow coming out, right? RSI coming out, momentum coming out. Bitcoin 1 hour, same thing. So it's all same shit, different chart. We're going to have a correction, in my opinion. How far is it going to come down? Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at the coin itself, right? I'm looking at this fib level. 4% correction, doable. I'm thinking since we've been on a rampage, maybe a 10% correction, Maybe over the course of a few days, maybe a 10% correction. Where would that lead us? Around. Okay. I don't have many SR lines on Bitcoin as I do Ethereum, so I kind of want to see, kind of curious, around 10 to 12%. All right. So if that does play out, we could go definitely to this weekly fib, if not possibly this one. About $3,000 for an Ethereum. That's definitely, I can definitely see that happening. And that wouldn't signal to me that it's Armageddon. That would just signal to me it's a healthy correction on the way up. If we do keep dumping underneath that weekly fib, however, that would signal to me Armageddon, because the next one is all the way down here at 2400, which is where we got in. Well, I got in because I didn't start the channel yet. I got in right down here on this pump. How did I get there on that pump? I'll actually show you guys real quick how I got in. This is the daily chart on Ethereum, and this chart looks pretty much the same on the total market cap and Bitcoin, of course. But we were coming down, right? And as we were coming down, money flow was coming up, momentum was coming up, the RSI was coming up, right? So this was a clear signal to me that we had bottomed from the dump, and I waited for it to touch the weekly fib. It did not, but we came hella close. So it came down. I had limit orders in right here. It never came, never touched. It did over here. I didn't get in over here, unfortunately. So I got in a little bit late on that because it didn't fill my limits. But we came, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. It came up 39%, and some of my trades that I held had, 5x leverage, and I closed them probably around this weekly fib at 28% return on investment times 5 for the leverage, or 3 for the leverage, depending on the position I was in. Pretty good returns, So I'm not complaining about that. I do not see signs right now indicating that this is the reversal, that this is, like here, this was plenty of indication that this was a reversal, which is why we reversed, right? Because the more indicative it is, the more people and traders and institutions, whatever, right, see it. The more the bots, the more Skynet notices it, the more it's going to move. It's not just me, right? There's a ton of robots out there, and they're all reading this shit and they're moving it. So there's nothing here that truly indicates to me that this is the reversal from the pump. However, we do have price increasing, yet momentum decreasing. RSI is increasing though. Money flow is decreasing right now. VWAP might decrease depending on how this dump goes. So we'll see. Nothing set in stone yet. We are also overbought on the RSI. Same with Bitcoin. Same with total market cap. All the same shit. Now with Bitcoin, as you see with Ethereum, there's actually 2 apexes. And yeah, if I go to Bitcoin, however, there aren't 2 apexes. It's smooth. It's just 1 apex. This is actually pretty bullish, because that means there's going to have to be another momentum wave, another apex. Not bullish for Ethereum, but definitely bullish for the crypto in total. Ethereum to Bitcoin. Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin slightly, not very much. Cardano's on a rip. 50%. That's pretty nuts. It's a pretty nutty rip right there. I wonder how much farther. Cardano as well. Massive gains coming down. RSI calming down, momentum calming down. Same story, different chart, right? Cardano might actually be better for a short because Cardano moves more in percentage. Definitely more risky, but you can see how this looks healthy, and it's 10%. That looks really healthy, and it's 10%. Even if we just come down to the 365 moving average, it would be a 3% correction. That's pretty good to me. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking for now. I'm thinking for the next 3 to 4 days, right? The 6th through the 9th, the Bitcoin conference. We'll see. We'll see if things continue to dump. I'll be posting in my Discord. If you want to follow my Discord, link is in the description below. And I also have an exclusive channel on the Discord. If you want to support me, it's a Patreon link. I'll be posting exclusive trades right there on the Discord as well. But I also do public trades, right? Most recently, these trades that I hit today on Shiba, on Zilla, have been in the public entries. I even tell you where to take profit, or where I'm taking profit. I tell you where I'm taking profit and when I'm putting in my stop loss. So if you're not that good at trading yet, you can use me as a crutch. That's fine, but it's your money and you're the one trading, and none of this is financial advice. So I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one.